Yeah, I thought second half we were good. We was aggressive, intense. Everything we wasn't first half. Thought first half was nowhere near good enough. And I don't know why. You have games where you can't understand why the performance was so bad, and I could have took every player off at half time, if I'm being honest. Just told the players that. I made 3 changes because I had to keep 2 changes for the second half in case injuries which happened. But first half was nowhere near good enough. Second half I thought we, in the end, unfortunate not to get anything out of the game. So I was pleased with the reaction second half, what the players shown. But first half has cost us the game.
Yeah, injuries, Mo had one, Pedro as well. Anything?
I'm not too sure. I'm hoping Mo's just felt a little bit of pain in his thigh. Pedro, I think it was a kick on his knee. So we'll assess them. But yeah, there's a few, I wouldn't say bad tackles in the game, but I'd say I felt that, in my opinion, the referee was very lenient towards New York and penalised our team a lot more. So I was disappointed. I told the referee that at the end. I was disappointed with that. We had the referees meeting in pre-season, where they said if you raise your hand to another player's face, it's a red card. It happened right in front of the bench, and for some reason he gave me a yellow card as well. So yeah, I just thought it was a little bit inconsistent.
Go ahead. Wayne, what were you expecting from this New York team coming into the game, and how close did it turn out to what you were expecting?
Yeah, we knew New York were a good team, and they like to have the ball, and we allowed them too much space, too much time on the ball first half, which if you give them that time, then they can cause you problems. And we didn't set up to do that. We wanted to be intense. We wanted to show them to areas where we can get pressure on the ball, and for some reason we didn't do that. So yeah, and that's cost us the game. And so I thought New York were good first half, as well as much as we was not good. And I thought second half we were the better team. And as I said, unfortunate not to get at least a point.
Coming off your point, regardless of the result, it was a much better second half for your team. What was the message during the halftime to your squad?
I don't think I can give the language I used, if I'm being honest on that. But yeah, I wanted to see a reaction from the team, from the players. I thought the lads who come on, I thought Victor Paulson was good for us. Coming on, I thought young Greeny at right back on his debut was very good. And I felt I had no choice really to make the changes I made, and because I wanted them more intense, I wanted them more aggressive. That was the reason actually I took Russell Knaus off, being on a yellow card as well. So, but yeah, second half was much better than the mess we performed in the first 45.
Thank you.
We have 2 more right here.
Hey Wayne, thank you. Kind of a different question here, but there's talk of like an all or nothing Drive to Survive style documentary coming to MLS and Apple TV in the future. And that type of content is great for fans getting closer to their clubs with that behind the scenes access. But is that something that appeals to you as a manager? And how would you feel about media and fans having that type of access and insight into your locker room?
No, I think it's great for fans. I've watched obviously a few of the ones which have been on already, and for fans it's a real insight into what goes on a day-to-day basis. So, but obviously, of course, it has to be right for the players. The players need to be comfortable with that, with having cameras, behind the scenes. So, but yeah, I think I'm sure it's going to come. I'm sure with Apple, the deal they've got, I'm sure that will come in. There'll probably be a few teams who will be doing them.
Thank you.
I would do a couple questions on Zoom. Brian, are you there? Do you want to throw it to one of these guys?
Hey Wayne, we'll start with Pablo.
Hey Wayne, thanks for taking the time to chat. Yankee Stadium, historically, they're far from the only site as a player and a coach. Why is it so difficult to play there? Is it as simple as the field dimensions? Is it that NYC are, perennially competitive? What do you make of it?
Yeah, I can only speak for the times I've been here, and as I said before, it's not an excuse of why we've lost the game. We've lost the game because really the first 45 minutes we performed, and so yeah, it's of course it's not ideal, and well, I'm sure New York will. I'm sure they're still trying to find the stadium to build in the city, and in New York City I know that's very difficult to find that land. So, but I'm sure in the future they will. But yeah, it's a historic stadium to play in, and it's no excuses for me losing the game tonight, being in the stadium or the field.
And we will end it with Ryan.
Hi, Wayne. I was wondering what, well, two things. I was kind of wondering what you told Greeny at halftime, because I think this is his first regular season appearance, but also how you think he did with that 45.
I thought he'd done really well. I thought Ruan was he was having a game which players can have where really had no option to change it and bring Greeny on, and I thought he'd done really well. So, and my message to him was go and enjoy it. Be competitive, be intense, and do what you normally do when you play, and enjoy it, because I think it's great for young players to get on the pitch, but also when they're playing in for DC they need to perform, and I thought he'd done that.